shake it, baby.
Good morning, family. I hope all is well. So I am here in Gary, Indiana at Transcorp Chicago. Trans Chicago. I'm about to mess the name with Trans Chicago Truck Group, which is a Freightliner, basically. Fancy name for Freightliner. They have a couple of shops in the Midwest here in the Chicagoland area. But I am here because my truck's in the shop. Nothing major, though. Nothing major. A few weeks ago, about a month or so ago, I was having air conditioning issues. And I finally found a little time to get that done. And I'm going to try out this National Transportation Warranty, NTPS, National Truck Protection Service, something like that. We're gonna give this thing the old test. See if this thing is what it's really about. I have been paying on it for about a year and a half. It's actually my payment that I make in February, or that I made, is my last payment. So it's actually paid off, but it's covered until this July is when it ends. And I've never used it. I've never had to use it. I guess that's a good thing. But I got my truck written up. So what I was experiencing was my air was not blowing if I was idling, but I would be cool as long as I was going down the highway. And I experienced this when I was in Florida last month. So I have a little time. It's still cold up here, but I just wanted to get that addressed because summer and spring will be here before you know it, baby. You got to be prepared. Then I had an issue because I had to jump my truck last week. And if anyone has any comments on this, my APU won't come on. And when doing that, I actually, I apologize for that, family. If you notice me limping, got a little inflammation in my ankle. Got an ankle brace on, and trying to deal with that. My wife actually had surgery yesterday. Had to have her tonsils removed. I know you're like, wow, as an adult, getting your tonsils removed. But yes, she had her tonsils removed. So I'm at home nursing her and making sure she's good, taking care of my son. And while doing that, I am trying to take care of business, trucking, and you got to keep the oil moving, get things taken care of. So we have this truck in the shop. They told me, they got to give me the disclaimer, right? It's Tuesday today. It'll be Thursday before we can pull it in. Then we got to diagnose it and see what parts we do have in stock. My theory is that we are probably having an issue in the condenser coil. I saw a little oil on the top of it, which is where I think the Freon came out of. And you know what caused that, in my opinion? My grill has been, a bracket broke on my grill, and my grill has been hitting my grill, basically. That grill is plastic on these trucks, and that grill has been banging against my hood, and I believe that caused a leak. I could be wrong, but that's where I believe I'm having my issue, my air conditioning. So I think it's just a replacing of the condenser coil and putting more Freon in it, of course. We're going to see. But they said, they gave me the whole disclaimer. It could be 3 to 4 weeks. And they saw the look on my face. 4 weeks? Okay. I don't think it should take that long because they should have the parts, in my opinion. So let's see how this plays out. Good afternoon, family. How you guys doing? I know it's been a little bit of time. It's been an interesting few weeks. But as you saw in a little bit of this video in the beginning, my truck was in the shop. It was in the shop, but for not something that was major. Air conditioning. You all remember where I had some air conditioning problems down in Florida and Georgia? So I figured I had a little time, and I thought I would address it. 4 weeks later, I finally get my truck back. So yeah, there it is. I had AC work that took me about 3.5, 4 weeks to get done. So we're back in the road. But there was more to that as well. I had some, my wife had surgery, and I wanted to be home to take care of her, make sure she's good. So we'll talk about that down in the video here. Stand by, family. What's happening, everybody? We are at it again, man. It's yeah, you haven't heard from me in a while. I did a lot of shorts, you know, Super Bowl, all that great stuff, but it's been a little bit. I might add it on the beginning of this video. A lot of things happen at once. And while dealing with it, you know, we thought, well, let's get the truck serviced. So that's where I've been. I've been wanting to do some videos, but just my mind just wasn't there. I was really focusing on my wife and her health, and making sure she was taken care of and good to go. So that's where I've been. That's what I've been doing. My wife had surgery. She actually had 2 procedures. First one was for a tooth. She went through a little pain, but a few weeks after that, she had a tonsillectomy. I hope I said that right, tonsillectomy, and had to have both of them removed. Now, I'll be honest with you, I just learned that the thing hanging in the middle of your mouth, that little ball that's dangling in there, I thought those were the tonsils. I used to always hear my friends say, you know, whoever, I got my tonsils removed. Never occurred to me that tonsils is in plural. It's a plural word. Tonsil is 1, tonsils is 2. People always say they got their tonsils removed. I just thought that's the way they just call it, the tonsils. I thought it was that thing hanging in the middle of the mouth, not knowing it was these things on the side of your mouth. I didn't know. I just learned. Like, how old were you when you learned that? Today, yeah. So yeah, that's what I dealt with. Oh man, my wife was in so much pain. Everybody that heard that she was getting her tonsils removed, it was like, oh my God, you're doing it at such a late age. I hate to see that. I hated to see her in so much pain. It was hard to focus on anything truck related, bus related, anything, because I was just worried about her and her pain that she was dealing with, and my son having to watch her deal with it. So I was at home nursing, making sure she's good. You know, she couldn't eat. She couldn't eat anything. She actually lost about 20 pounds dealing with that. And oh man, it's just, you know, thinking about it, you know, it's kind of reliving it. I felt bad for her, really bad. Pray for her constantly, just for her health, you know, comfort. But a lot of pain. It was painful for her to drink water, let alone the medicine that she was taking. It hurt to take the medicine. It was just, I wouldn't wish that on anybody. I don't want no part of that at all. My wife has always been tolerable when it came to pain. When she gave birth to my son, she didn't take one of those shots. She didn't take it. I often said if you relied on men to give birth to babies, there'd be like 16 people on the entire planet. It's not pain I want to deal with. But she's a trooper. She deals with it. I didn't deal with pain well when I played football. Just the kind of person I am. Don't mean you come hit me in my mouth when you see me in the truck stop, because I will hit you back. Promise you. But yeah, it's so while she was dealing with that, I thought I would put the truck in the shop. So actually I put the truck in the shop. Wow, I want to say, golly, I can't remember if it was before or after the Super Bowl. Yeah, it had to be. Well, no, it was after the Super Bowl. My wife was already dealing with it. I got the truck to the shop. So probably a week after the Super Bowl, I put the truck in the shop that Monday for my air conditioning. Thought I would get that dealt with and get the air conditioning fixed. You know, a couple a week, you know, in and out. No. It took them 4 or 5 days just to bring it in to assess it. I already knew what was wrong with it. Then once they assessed it, they had to wait to put it. They ordered a part. Well, so it took about 2 weeks to assess the part, what the repair is, because they had to order another part that they needed to assess it. Then they realized they didn't need that part after the fact. That's here or there. Dealing with Trans-Chicago Freightliner in Gary, Indiana. So finally, once they realized what the problem was, they ordered the part. Oh, they got plenty of them. They're down in Indianapolis. I said, hey, I'll go get it. But I was joking, of course, but they got the part. The part came in like a day. But then they told me it'll be a week and a half to 2 weeks before they could pull it in to repair it. That's when I kind of worked I had to do my charm. And, I was constantly in and out of there, when I had time to stop by just to say, hey, I'm still here. So I actually talked to a guy on the phone, and he gave me the corporate line. Oh, yeah, it'll be 2 weeks before we can pull it in. Because, we're backed up. We got trucks that's been in such, 5 weeks before you. I'm like, okay, well, so I still have to wait, even though my part's there and theirs is not, back and forth. So I said, I'm going to go in, because I've had great rapport with them. I used to work with them before with another company I dealt with. And went in and talked with the guy, and he said, yeah, it'll probably be now mind you, this is Wednesday. It'll probably be Monday or Tuesday before we can bring it in. So, okay, wow. I said, the part's here. He said, yes, the part's here. I said, okay, let me ask you a quick question. He said, what? How long is the job? He said, let me look. He typed it in the computer, and he said, oh, it's about a 2-hour job. I said, wow, 2 hours. I said, and the part's here? He said, yeah. It's in the building right now. He said, yes, the part's in the building right now. I said, wow, 2-hour job? And I got to wait till like next Wednesday before you can pull it in for a 2-hour job? I guess he saw where I was coming from, and he thought about it and said, let me see what I can do. I'm not going to promise you anything. Let me see what I can do. I said, okay, great. That Thursday morning, I got a text because I was getting alerts as to where the job was. And I got an alert, and the text was, it's working. They're working on it. So I called the guy up and said, hey, man, I want to thank you, man, for getting my truck right in. He said, who's that? I said, this is Keith, Kath Enterprise. He said, oh, yeah. He said, it's not pulled in yet, but we have it assigned to a technician. So as soon as he's done with that job, we'll get you right in. I said, oh, man, that is amazing, man. I appreciate you. Thank you for that. And the next morning, I got an alert, 8 a.m., 9 a.m., done. Friday morning, done. Went and got my truck, parked the back of my yard. Now, this is the other part. I even tell you this story, part of the story. So when I did that, I brought them some donuts in the service department just to thank them for doing that. I mean, they didn't have to do it, but sometimes it's a principle to it. Hey, man, a 2-hour job. I've already been here 3 weeks. You got the part. Let's get it in. Spoke nicely, and he did it for me. So I brought them donuts just to thank him. But on top of that, I lost my trailer. Those of you who are not BCOs, if you're not moving over within a certain period of time, you will lose your trailer. But I was actually within that window when my trailer was commandeered. The difference was I did a drop-in hook, and I didn't have that trailer transferred to my truck, which was my fault. The agent said they would take care of it. I trusted the agent to take care of it. I should have taken care of it myself and did the digital work on my phone and make sure that trailer was put on my truck. So basically, that trailer looked like it was just sitting in Northwest Indiana unassigned, and they sent a truck to recover it. Yeah, learning lesson. Lost my trailer. Took me about a week and a half or so to get it back. They actually the day after I got on the trailer list, they called me up and said, "Hey, I got a trailer up in Michigan. Can you go get it?" And I said, "Man, my truck's in the shop. I wish I could. It was a brand new trailer. I was told it was gonna pay me to go get it, but I couldn't do it because my truck wasn't available. So I lost that opportunity with the trailer. But I got back on the list. Actually, the day before I got my truck back. No, I can't remember. I think maybe that Monday. Because I thought I was on the list. I thought I was. Apparently, I was taken off because I said my truck was in the shop. They took me off the list, and so I called them back, got back on the list, and I guess this was Friday. All took place on Friday, and a young lady from Trailer Utilization called me, said, "I have a trailer for you. I'm low with trailers in your area. You're gonna have to deadhead to St. Paul, Minnesota to get it." Got no choice, man. But they paid me to do it. They gave me a flat rate. It's about $400 to go get it somewhere in the neighborhood. Fine, pays for fuel. I'll go get the trailer. So, long story short, that's why I'm here in Minnesota right now. So, that's what I'm doing. I am my deadheaded here yesterday, Sunday night, to pick up a trailer. Came up here in about the last 30 minutes, got some snow. They got some snow up here. This is probably nothing for them. This is a dusting. This snow that's out here would shut down my area. It would be Chicago would be a catastrophic situation with this right here, man. But this is nothing to them. They probably got a foot of snow on the ground. It's not a big thing to them. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm actually picked up my trailer last night, did a reset, and I deadheaded up here about an hour north to what is this town? Where am I at? Just saw it. My God, Wyoming, Minnesota. That's where I'm at. Wyoming, Minnesota, picking up some crated motorcycles, Polaris. So that's what I'm doing. I mean, get loaded here, and I'm gonna get down the road here shortly. But I just wanted to share that with you guys. That's what's been going on with me. God is good anyhow. My wife is better. She's turned that corner big time. She's not a lot of pain. She's a little pain. She's able to eat. My son is happy again. But it was good. It was good to spend time at the house. Got some stuff done with the bus company, all that great stuff, and was able to watch some Netflix. Watching a show with my wife called Snowfall, and just kind of hung out. It was fun. Watched the Super Bowl. That was fun. Didn't have a skin in the game with either one of them. Just enjoyed the game. Great game. But we're back at trucking, baby. It's back at trucking. It's trucking, baby. Simple as that. Let's do it. I'm gonna put together a load search video just to kind of see where the market is and how trucking is looking. All that good stuff, good or bad. Had a person tell me I don't know what I'm talking about, so that's great. It's good to have trolls. People tell you what you do or don't know or whatever. I never said I know everything, but I know a little. Simple as that. I'm trying to grow my mustache back, That's what the little peach fuzz is up here. But let's get on down the road. I'm gonna do a video on this load right here. It's a two-stopper, so pays decent. But we're gonna get on down the road, guys. Hey, you know what I always say, keep doing what you're doing so you can see what it does. It's trucking, y'all. See you on the next video.